two women were driving down the road when a truck driver next to them suddenly honked his horn. They paid no mind and sped off. The next day, they ran into the same truck driver again. He started spouting a bunch of disrespectful garbage. The two women had had enough. They signaled the driver to pull over, then led him to an open field. The driver thought he was in for something good, but little did he know, the next second one of the women pulled a gun and shot out his truck's tires. After a few shots, the truck exploded and the two women were long gone. The first woman to pull the trigger was Selma, who'd been a housewife just a few days earlier. She'd been rushing around nonstop since morning. Once her husband left, Selma called Louise, and the two started plotting their escape. They drove all the way to a bar, where a stranger started hitting on Selma. The guy, thinking Selma was drunk, tried to get handsy with her. When Selma refused and slapped him, the man flew into a rage and started beating her. That's when Louise showed up. In a fit of Chongdong, she pulled a gun and shot the man dead. He'd been about to assault Selma. Louise got Selma out of there, and the two took off in their car. They drove all night before finally finding a motel to crash in. At the motel, Louise mapped out their plan: drive to Mexico to escape. Then she called her boyfriend, asking him to wire them some money. But when Louise went to the bank to pick it up, her boyfriend showed up in person, cash in hand. He blew up, yelling at her, throwing stuff around the room. But Louise stayed calm, told him how she felt, and broke up with him. Selma, though, made the opposite choice. That night, someone knocked on her motel door. It was the guy who'd hitched a ride with them earlier that day. Selma talked to him for hours, thinking she'd found true love. The next day, Louise and Selma were chatting when Louise remembered the money her boyfriend had brought was still in Selma's room. They rushed over, but it was too late. The hitchhiker had made off with all the cash.